Part 1. Exterminating Angels. There are sicknesses that walk in darkness, and there are exterminating angels that fly wrapped up in the curtains of immateriality and uncommunicating nature, whom we cannot see, but we feel their force and sink under their sword. Jeremy Taylor, A Funeral Sermon. Chapter 1. The Master. Just coffee, please. The waitress raised her penciled eyebrows. You don't want anything to eat? She asked. Her accent was thick, her attitude disappointed. Simon Lewis couldn't blame her. She'd probably been hoping for a better tip than the one she was going to get on a single cup of coffee. But it wasn't his fault vampires didn't eat. Sometimes, in restaurants, he ordered food anyway just to preserve the appearance of normalcy. But late Tuesday night, when Veselka was almost empty of other customers, it didn't seem worth the bother. Just a coffee. With a shrug, the waitress took his laminated menu and went to put his order in. Simon sat back against the hard plastic diner chair and looked around. Veselka, a diner on the corner of 9th Street and 2nd Avenue, was one of his favorite places on the Lower East Side. An old neighborhood eatery papered with black and white murals, where they let you sit all day as long as you ordered coffee at half-hour intervals. They also served what had once been his favorite vegetarian pierogi and borscht. Those days were behind him now. It was mid-October, and they'd just put their Halloween decorations up. A wobbly sign that said Trick or Borscht and a fake cardboard cutout vampire named Count Blintzula. Once upon a time, Simon and Clary had found the cheesy holiday decorations hilarious, but the Count, with his fake fangs and black cape, didn't strike Simon as quite so funny anymore. Simon glanced towards the window. It was a brisk night and the wind was blowing leaves across 2nd Avenue like handfuls of thrown confetti. There was a girl walking down the street. A girl in a tight, belted trench coat with long black hair that flew in the wind. People turned to watch her as she walked past. Simon had looked at girls like that before in the past, idly wondering where they were going, who they were meeting. Not guys like him. He knew that much. Except this one was. The bell on the diner's front door rang as the door opened, and Isabel Lightwood came in. She smiled when she saw Simon and came toward him, shrugging off her coat and draping it over the back of the chair before she sat down. Under the coat she was wearing what Clary called her typical Isabel outfits. A tight short velvet dress, fishnet stockings, and boots. There was a knife stuck in the top of her left boot that Simon knew only he could see. Still, everyone in the diner was watching as she sat down, flinging her hair back. Whatever she was wearing, Isabel drew attention like a fireworks display.